What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is WAK4863, but you can call me WAK. In today's video, we are looking at a very cool build by the one and only Green Ranger. I know he's been at this build for months and months, so get your peepers ready because this thing is absolutely amazing. Alright guys, so we are gonna go on a journey here. We have some ships down here, and basically it tells kind of a story of a journey into this area. And I'm not a very good storyteller, and Green Ranger didn't want to necessarily step on my toes for the story. So what I'm gonna do is actually put it up to you guys. I'm gonna show you this area. We've got these two ships, we've got these dead bodies down here. Another dead body over here. You can see this guy got decapitated and they just left the axe there and a little warning with the helmet. But what I want from you guys is, as I go through this, kind of put together a story in your mind and let me know what that is in the comment section below. But so we have these two ships right here. And then as we come up, we have a small fortification. Looks like something that would be done as an overnight or a quick stay. Maybe not overnight, but for, you know, a few days or whatever. We kind of stayed here, something like that. And obviously still getting attacked by enemies in this area. You can see the corpses and the bodies kind of littered all over the place. And we found this strange well that actually produces corruption. That is super dangerous. You don't want to stay in that area too long, and that's probably why we vacated the area. But let's move on to the main section of this build. So moving on from that disaster down there with the well just seeping out corruption, we're gonna head up this direction, and we can start seeing some semblance of life going on up here. Now, I do have to say there is an absolute ton of mods on this particular server. So if you are seeing a little bit of stutter and a little bit of lag, there's a lot of mods and there's a big building that I'm going to show you here in a moment. But as we get up towards the top here, you can see we have our own Hollywood sign in the snow that reads WAK. That is super cool. Let me go into first person here, and you can see just how cool that is. It looks like there's a gargoyle up there, so let's go ahead and run up and see. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 gargoyles in this build. This is super cool. Look at that right there. I do not know what all of the mods are that these things come from, I should say. But very cool. We have mini dragons here too, and this reminds me, like, doesn't that look like the green wall? Like if I walk through it, it's just gonna make me die. It's very cool. But look at all of this stuff up here just in and of itself. These gargoyles are super cool. Alright, so I know you guys want to see the build, so let's head to that. And I know you guys can see already just a little resemblance of a building popping in and rendering in down at the bottom of this hill. So let's head down there. We're going to pass some of the dragon pets. We have the in-game dragon hatchling guarding down here. Super cool to have him. And then we have these other dragon pets as well. This one's currently scouting, but they kill a dragon that spawns in this area on a regular basis. And yeah, that's super cool. Look at this, guys. Look at the WAK castle. Is that not the wackest thing you have ever seen in your life? And I mean that in the best way possible. Let's go around the left-hand side here real quick. We'll see what we have going on over here. You can tell that we are ready for whatever's coming to attack, because we have plenty of defenses around the outside for sure. We have a portal over here, and this guy, I think, heads off to the Highlands. It's a Highlands portal, so that's really cool. That way I can fast travel to areas where I can get steel very easily. Go kill all those Nordheimers. And then we have some penguins. Look at these penguins. Look at these little guys. And some birds. Just hanging out. They are all subscribers to WAK 4863, which is awesome. Let's run back around the front. We have some more penguins actually out there in the distance that you can see right there. And we'll run up and visit these guys real quick. What's up, little penguin buddies? Good to see you. How you doing? How you been? All right. Are you guys ready to go inside this amazing castle? Now, before we go in this build, I'd encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notified when I upload another video. All right, here we go. We are going to enter, and just so you guys know, these are not statues. These are actually very cool Kinscourge guards. Very, very cool. They are ready to attack anything that wants to give WAK 4863 a hard time. But let's go inside. Those doors open super cool. And then we have more guards on the inside right here. These guys are all ready in case the first line of defense is broken, which I think people would have a pretty hard time getting past the Kinscourge guards. But then we have more Kinscourge guards inside. And look at all the detail. Look at this. We have some statues over here. We have the flags in the courtyard. We have a lot of different little fountains. These are absolutely beautiful. Love those. Let's go off to the left side first. And you can see we have the stables in here. We have our saddles on our saddle benches, and then we have all our different animals hanging out, ready to go. We have a white horse and a black horse. As you guys know, I love riding either a white horse or a black horse. 90% of the time, that's what you're going to see me on, unless there's a mod or something else. We have a bunch of chickens in here. And barn animal noises with the barn animals. How immersive is that right there? That is super awesome. Let's head back in here. You can see we have some people in the barracks here. Some guards hanging out, having their lunch, and a little chat going on over here. You know, some serious immersion going on. We've got some guys that are sleeping because they are the graveyard shift, so they've got to sleep during the day. And then if we head down this direction, we have this wine cellar. And you guys, you all are not prepared for the wine cellar. I think I drink a little bit too much. Look at this. Look at all of this liquor. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Who would like to have that much liquor in their building? Oh my lord, you'd be drunk for days and months and years. And we have a single guard making sure that nobody's in there taking a sniffer. Okay, so we're gonna head upstairs, and before I do that, I want to tell you that all the mods that are used in this building or on this server are listed in the description of this video. So if you're looking for something specific, all the mods are listed. However, you are gonna have to go over to their mod pages on Steam to see if what you're looking for is in that mod. I'm not gonna be able to answer the questions on what comes from what mod, but those are listed in the description if that's something you want. Let's head upstairs, take a look at the War Council. So here is my War Council. This is where we come and talk about all the things that we should be attacking and doing in the Exiled Lands, make plans to dominate. As the Conan Exiles motto says, we should be dominating the Exiled Lands. So we have some very cool art around the room. I'll give you a quick peek at all of that. There we go. And then I want to highlight this right here. This screenshot is actually from the first event that I hosted on my private PS4 server, and everybody that was there was in this screenshot. So that was a very cool, very fun time, and it's awesome that Green Ranger has held on to that particular screenshot this entire time and added it into this build. But as you can see, we have Red Sonja and Conan as part of the War Council. Conan still seems like he's a little bit drunk, so maybe he needs to visit the grand dining hall that we have here and get some food in his system. Look at everything that is available to eat. This cheesecake with all the fruit on it, that looks absolutely amazing. I want to dive right into that myself. But as you can see, there is plenty of food to go around, and this is like WAKception. Look at me sitting there waiting to be served my dinner. That is absolutely awesome. And more alcohol. Look at all this alcohol. I've got so much alcohol. Oh man, come party at my place. What's up? And then what's a good dining hall without some entertainment? So we have a very beautiful lady here dancing. Check out those eyes. Green, green, green. Just like I like them. Very cool. And of course, we can't have food without a kitchen. So we have this amazing kitchen in here. And all the kitchen staff have their own outfits. They look very, very professional in here. However, we have one... we're going to have a chat with this particular lady. She's not cooking. She's just in here flirting with this guy. And she definitely needs some reprimand to make sure that she's producing food in here and not just picking up on dudes. However, look at how immersive this whole thing is. I mean, this looks like a working kitchen. Like, seriously, how cool is this? So I'll just give you a quick look at everything that's being prepared here so that you can see all the different types of foods and things that are presented and ready to be eaten. We've got some really cool cheese. We've got some, looks like cabbage being roasted down there, and food ready to be roasted. Look at this, bacon and eggs. Oh my goodness, I want bacon and eggs all of a sudden. And then I wanted to also highlight these cheeseburgers right here. Let me give you a first-hand look. Dude, those cheeseburgers look absolutely amazing. And I'm not sure if I want bacon and eggs or cheeseburgers with bacon and eggs. Sounds awesome. Okay, let's head and look at the next hall here. We're just gonna run through the dining area, run through the War Council, and we're gonna go over to the other side of the building here. I'm not gonna show you the middle section until a little bit later on, so we'll go through this gateway here and into this side of the hall. So first thing that we walk into, I'm gonna leave that for a second. First thing that we walk into is some more barracks. We definitely need plenty of room for all the workers that we have running the WAK castle. So these guys are going to come up with the preliminary plans before taking them to the War Council for final approval. And next to them, we have this jail. What castle doesn't have a jail? Let's check it out. We've got this jailer lady ready to log in all the entries. And then a single guard over here with heels. I'm not sure the heels are the best decision, but they sure look cool. Headed in here, you guys are going to spot Elmo right off the bat. He sticks out like a sore thumb in here, but we caught him because he was trying to frame Josev as a spider eater, and now he's in jail. And then this guy right here, this guy looks like Hulk Hogan. Like, totally looks like Hulk Hogan. What the heck are you doing in there, Hulk? And for the really bad and the really dangerous prisoners, we have the guillotine. And yes, this guillotine works. Check it out. Boom. Oh man. And we'll pull that back up. Just get it ready for the next person to meet their demise. But we have a few levels here, and then at the top level we have more barracks for the guards, which is super cool. They've got their things locked up, which is important in a jail. You always want to lock everything up, because if it's not locked up or tacked down, it's probably going to disappear. And then this heads out to the top of the castle. I'll just give you a quick overlook of the top of the castle. We have some gargoyles and different things, some guards standing at the ready. Very beautiful. And actually, I think this is a good time to give ourselves a quick flyover of the castle. So let's come up and out here. We can kind of give ourselves just a quick little flyover. You can see how much that's lagging the server. Wow, man, there is so much going on in this castle. Look at how amazing that building is. This is the back side. The front side is going to be over here. Let's go to the front. And then we can re-enter from the front, and I will show you the center section there. And I didn't mention it in the beginning of the video when we were standing out front, but you can see the castle actually has WAK right there in the front, so that everybody knows this is WAK's castle. Okay, so back in from the front here, and we will... First, I have to show you this last room on this side of the castle. Right over here, this room is where everything goes down. This is where the power of WAK is stored. Yes, right here in this room, we've got guys producing the power of WAK. Very, very cool. Love how this is put together. And let's run upstairs real quick into this area. You can see all the workstations are being worked on, and we are producing materials like it's going out of style. Hopefully we have some legendary repair kits on one of these benches being prepared for our next epic adventure. But very, very cool section here. All right, so it's time for the meat and potatoes of this build. Right down the center section, here we go. Obviously you can see we have the very cool flags. And then we open up into this courtyard. We have the statues on both sides with our guards. Really cool attention to detail going on with this courtyard. And then we have a quite large fountain here. We don't have any fish traps in it, but that's okay. We've got people to go and get us fish. And what do we have over here? We have all our friends from the event on the PS4 server. So the people that we have here are Green Ranger, Bio, Nitty, Mama Nita, and Dawn. And as you guys know, there's always room for friends on WAK Nation. So here they are hanging out in the castle, having a good time, having a chat about our epic adventures. Into the next area, you can see we have the sword in the stone. Nobody's pulled the sword yet or been courageous enough to even try, so we're just gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna try. I think it looks cool just the way it is. All right, so from the stone, we're gonna take a left. We're gonna go in this side first. Open that up to WAK's glorious bedroom. Look at this thing. We're going to take a quick peek around. We have a little fox here, and I'm going to explain the fox here in a little bit, because there's a little WAK 4863 lore going on in this area of the castle. And I want to highlight this picture right above the door. That is actually the first picture that Green Ranger made and sent to me way back when, and it's super cool to see that it survived all this time and made it into this build. So let me show you around the room here. We have the act of violence hanging above the fireplace, and we have my favorite weapons. It looks like I still need to get out there and farm a few legendaries, but my favorite weapons are there on the weapon rack from where I've been in the exiled lands during this story. And then, of course, we have my armor racks. We have the Zamorian thief armor and then the Zamorian dancer outfit hanging out ready for me to throw on in an instant. But I am currently taking a nap over here with my Frostwolf pup. You know, gotta raise them right. And, you know, dogs are part of the family, so they sleep in the bed. Now, if we head through this door, you can see I'm getting cleaned up. Getting cleaned up in the bath, making sure that I get all the blood off. Don't want to have any blood from previous battles. But if we take a peek around at all of the artwork, first of all, this is artwork from one of the buildings that I've recreated a couple of times on different videos and different servers that I've been on. Super cool that that got added. The attention to detail that Green Ranger put into this build tells me that this guy watches all of my videos and knows exactly what to pick out from the videos that I put together that are going to leave a lasting impression, and this is definitely one of those items. Moving on around the room, you can see we have another fox picture and some katanas below it. I wonder how many of you know what this is referring to. You don't have much time. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to spoil it. So if we look right up here above this, you can see that screenshot right there is actually from the series of videos that I was doing in Ghost of Tsushima, where I was petting the foxes. Super cool attention to detail, and we are breaking the fourth wall and going from one video game realm into another video game realm. Super duper cool. Really love that. Let's see, what other things do we have to discover in here? We have a magic mirror back here. We've got a few little trinkets here and there, and wow, we have a bathroom for, you know, those potty breaks that I need to take when I'm live streaming. There it is. That's where the magic happens when I take a break from live streaming. All right, so now we're going to move on to where all the magic happens. Oh, before I do that, there's my armor for going out and killing things. That's the slaver armor. As you know, I do wear the slaver armor an awful lot, and I almost forgot about this amazing picture right here. This is a picture of Applebee's, or at least Joviticus's version of Applebee's in Conan Exiles. Love that picture, and really cool to add more people from the community that have supported my channel into this build. Absolutely amazing to see that leaking through. Now, you all are not ready for this next room. You all are not ready for this next room. If you think you're ready for this next room, go ahead and whack that like button. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Here we go. The last room. And this is my office. This thing has so much lore about me personally. It's almost scary, and I'm considering calling the FBI and turning in Ranger because I think he might have a camera hidden in my room. He knows way more than most people that I've interacted with. So let's check this out. Right off the bat, maybe you guys noticed there's a Kratos statue on the bookshelf, and I believe that standing next to Kratos, that particular vase is probably a little bit of lore from the most recent Kratos game. Even though it does not represent that exact vase that's in the game, that's what it reminds me of, so that's what I'm going with. Whether he meant to do that or not, I don't know, but you can see Kratos there. Super cool. For those of you that don't know, I am a huge God of War nerd. Love those games. Absolutely favorite series ever, and it's very cool that he got that into my office. I also regularly put these three statues next to each other on top of a cupboard, and pretty much in the exact same pattern that he has them there as well. So very cool attention to detail there. Let's look over here. Look at this. Someone follows me on Twitter because I did post a picture of that exact God of War replica blade on my Twitter not that long ago. Very cool that he picked that up, and it does actually sit right next to my desk, which is what we're going to look at next. Look at this. He definitely knows exactly how I have my setup. I've got blades sitting around me, I've got food sitting on my desk, and this is usually what I've got going on. A couple of screens where I am working on some kind of content to bring to you guys. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say that there is no internet in the Exiled Lands and there are not computers, but if you have the power of WAK, there's definitely internet and computers in the Exiled Lands, and we're producing that power of WAK right here in this building. Moving on, we can see above the desk here, we actually have the Blades of Chaos above the desk. We actually have the Blades of Chaos, we have the Blades of Athena, we have all the different variations of the blades from God of War above the desk there, which is very cool. and I happen to have most of those replicas in real life, so very awesome indeed. The other items that I want to point out in this room is the Argosian shield. I've used that quite a bit in many of the videos. And then the Akbatanan shield, which happens to be my favorite shield in Conan Exiles. At least my favorite legendary shield for sure. Very cool to have both of those things up there. Alright, so a couple other things that I want to show you real quick. We have the Black Tusk shield hanging over here. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Black Tusk shield is the shield that took me the longest to obtain in the Exiled Lands, so very cool to have that on display. And you know how I told you that I thought Ranger was spying on me? Look at this guy. Look at him. He just snuck in here, looking over my shoulder, seeing what I'm doing. Very cool that he's keeping the watchful eye over what I'm doing. And just so you guys know, just so you know that that's actually Ranger, go ahead and move around. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look at that. Ranger Green in the house. Thank you so much, dude, for your epic build and for... I don't even know what to say. I'm honored. I'm humbled. I am absolutely amazed at the amount of time and the amount of work that you put into this build. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, y'all, so give some love to Green Ranger in the comment section below. Absolutely amazing all the time and effort that he put into this build. That's all I have for this video, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. There's a couple of other videos coming up on the screen. You can pick one of those to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my YouTube members. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video.